Good morning, PV Nation and people across the world. Welcome back to another episode of Sports Zone. My name is David Smith, and as you can see, I'm by myself today. My boy Leon is in here. My boy Zach is in Jackson, Mississippi right now, getting ready for the Jackson State game. We're going to go straight into some PV news. Yesterday, the PV's women's soccer team finished their season, unfortunately, due to a loss in the SWAC tournament, losing to Alabama State, which is ranked number 4 in the tournament. Unfortunately, they didn't come out with a win, lost 1-0. Congratulations to a good season to you girls, being that you guys had a new coach and everything. We wish you nothing but the best. The PV women's volleyball team swept TSU last night here at home. Congratulations. The offense was obviously there. Defense was there. Congratulations, and we're going to finish the season out strong. Going into some MLB news, we got some big updates in the free agency market. If he's not the top 2, he's definitely number 1 player in the MLB. Bryce Harper is testing the free agent market. Interesting news, he just got word that he's going to be a cover player for MLB 19 to show, but he doesn't have a jersey on. Word is he may land in New York, being that he's hinted that over the season, or he may stay in Washington. Who knows? Other free agencies that's trying to test the market is Manny Machado, Josh Donaldson, Mike Moustakas, and Adrian Beltre, and also Andrew McCutcheon. They've been having some great years in the past, looking for new home. Contracts are worn out. Pretty much they need a new scenery, as you could say. For the Astros, I've talked about how they need some help in catching. Right now we have Yasmani Grandal, Wilson Ramos, and Kurt Suzuki all on the free agent market. They've all had outstanding years, surprisingly, this past season, and we're just looking forward to see what they can do. Hopefully we can talk some deals out. My interest is in Yasmani Grandal and Wilson Ramos, being that they're younger than Kurt Suzuki, who's been in the game for 10 plus years now, and he really hasn't produced as well as the other two. When we come back, we're going to talk about some NFL games and how the college football standings and games coming up is going to matter to playoff standings.
Traditions are not made overnight. They are created through a legacy of excellence and a commitment to something much greater. For more than 135 years, Prairie View A&M University has provided students with a strong academic foundation, a unique college experience, and the opportunity to make their mark on the world. This is a place where friendships are formed, discoveries are made, and dreams are realized. This is Prairie View A&M University, our tradition, your opportunity.
Getting right into the NFL news, last night the 49ers played the Raiders last night, and in a surprising blowout win, the 49ers came out with a win 34-3. Interesting news, Derek Carr actually got benched to a third stringer. I don't know what's wrong with the Raiders. It seemed like ever since John Gruden got rid of Khalil Mack, everything has just went downhill, and they're just falling apart as a team. They got rid of Amari Cooper, who's been he hasn't really lived up to his hype coming out of Alabama. Derek Carr, he doesn't have any talent around him to help him. So that may be the problem. Offensive line's not contributing. Defense is obviously not there, being blown out 34-3. So Raiders are just looking to finish this season out strong, go into the draft, maybe pick some high draft picks, even though they're going to have a high draft. Who knows what they got. They just need to pick everything up. Going to college football, last Wednesday we talked about the playoff rankings, how they first came out, being that Alabama is coming out at number 1. They go into LSU this Saturday. Big game coming up. Obviously, there's a lot riding on the line. LSU not being in the top 10 right now. Alabama being number 1. Both good defensive teams. Alabama's offense looks to be unstoppable. But I think LSU is going to come out with an upset win this coming up Saturday. Another close game that's to be looking out for is Clemson versus Boston College. Being that Boston College is 5-0 at home and Clemson is ranked number 2 in the playoff standings right now. It's definitely going to be an interesting game. Clemson's offense hasn't lost stride, being that Kelly Bryant has dropped out of school and looking to go straight to the NFL. Their backup quarterback is definitely taking the leadership role of the team and definitely stepped up for them. Another game is Michigan at Ohio State. Next week, big game at Ohio State. Michigan has definitely had their ups and downs this season, but Ohio State has definitely been consistent this year, being that they lost one game. Michigan State always shows up, apparently, for the past couple of years. They've been showing up against Ohio State. It's definitely a game that we should be looking out for. I definitely have Michigan winning it, even though it's in Columbus, Ohio. Going into the NBA news, congratulations to De'Aaron Fox, a Cypress kid right down the street. He just picked up his first triple-double of his career. So congratulations to him. Yeah, he's definitely a point guard that's definitely been on my radar since he's came out of Kentucky, or scratch that, since he's came out of Cypress. Dude has always produced well. He's definitely he's going to be one of the top 5 point guards, if not the next 2 years, definitely be in the next 5 years. He's been consistent. He's been consistent throughout his career so far, and he's definitely looking to take the leadership role on the Kings this year. DeMarcus Cousins is not resigning. Steve Kerr has announced that last night. He announced that last night that DeMarcus Cousins is not going to resign. He knows that the contract will be too big, salary cap's going to be too big, because they got Kevin Durant, who they still need to resign, and Klay Thompson, who they still need to resign. Being that we don't know if Klay Thompson is going to return after this year, who knows? I would suggest that he return. I mean, he came in with the Warriors. He's done well with them. One of the top 2 shooters in the NBA right now. You could go to the stat book if you want to argue with me. Also, Anthony Davis may be on the trading block this year. He hasn't really had much going on with the Pelicans. Hasn't had much help. He even stated that he feels like he has to go 100% every night, being that there's no help no more. DeMarcus Cousins isn't there, and there's no real talent around him. So they either have to trade him or trade for somebody. J.R. Smith is also on the trading block for the Cavaliers. He hasn't produced as well. The Cavs have actually been struggling all year, even with the people they have on their roster. Even with the people they have on their roster, they haven't produced as well. When you just see how impactful LeBron James is on the team, I think they've only won 3 games this year, actually. Being that since LeBron has left, Colin Sexton, he hasn't really been producing. Kevin Love hasn't been producing. So it just kind of trickles down to the rest of the teammates. When you have such an impactful player like LeBron James, you can see what type of leadership he has, and hopefully the Lakers can pick up on that leadership and LeBron can guide us to the promised land, that is the NBA Finals. So remember, football team plays Jackson State this Saturday at 2 p.m. You can catch the game on ESPN3. So you have to go online. You will not be able to catch it on your normal TV, unfortunately, but we will be streaming online. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I'm David Smith from the PV Sports Zone. We'll see you guys Monday.